Share with you for this kit, we have another 4 pieces dip glue too. For the first one, the number 1 base, and the number 2 activator. And here's number 3, the top. And the number 4, the brush saver to clean your dirty brush. And for this kit, actually including the 2 pieces of the French paint colors and white powder, and 2 solid purple and pink colors. So here's the colors. And today our nail technician wear this color called number 2, the French white. So actually for the French white is suitable for any color designs in winter. So here's the designs. It's the 3D Snow White Christmas designs. So if you want to learn it, just go for it. So let's go. And for this kit is called number G641. And for this kit, you could use them to make the French nail. And actually, for the white powder, it's the best choices for the colors in winter. So it's the white color powder combined with 1 purple colors. And the purple colors is called number 18. So here's the color. You need to prepare the French white powder. Here's the number 2, the French white powder. And the first one is the clear powder, actually. And here is the number 18. It's the solid purple one. But this kind of the solid purple is kind of the romantic colors. Just like the lavender, but a little bit light. So actually, you're going to prepare all preparation before you're doing your nails. You need to push back your cuticle and so on. So now we bring out the bumper pads. If you have the balm or primer at home, you could use them. But if you do not, you just could buy our dip powder accessories kit. And it's kind of the useful nail tools for you when you're doing all this kind of the nail designs. So actually, for our bumper pads, it's super easy to carry. And here's the number 1 base we need to use. So actually for the base, you need to pick the suitable volume and brush on the nail plates easily from the middle left to the right. And actually every time just brush evenly. And just dip into the powder, but before it, you need to shape it. And just to dip into it, half of the nails. We are not creating the French nail just like the color block, but for this kind of the nails, it's almost half of the nails, so you just dip it inside it. So it's very easy to make. And dip another color. Because for our fast drying dipping powder, the powder could be dried within 30 seconds by itself, so it's super easy to make the French nail. And for this kind of the color block, we are going to make half and half. We did not create the curve. We did not create the small line. Just dip into it. And just repeat this step again. And to follow the lines you do on previous, and just let it stay for a second and let it soak well with the powder. If you find it is not soaked well, just dip it again and just take it out. And going to take off and to dip into the purple colors. And actually for now, we just going to make it, and we could do that. Just using a brush to brush off the excess powder. Okay, so half and half already finished. Just leave it. So we turn to another fingers. Yeah. So for this finger, we are going to do it again if you mix last part. So we're going to make it now. And for this finger, we need to use the bumper pad to dry the nail bed first. And actually, if you're doing the fake nails or your natural nails, especially for your natural nails, you need to use the primer or the balm to dry the nail bed. and to let the powder is more stick with your nails. So it's kind of the necessary part. And naturally for the balm, you can use them to make it. So now we prepare the number 2, the base. So we just do it again for this finger. We need to brush the base evenly to your entire nail, from the middle left to the right. And actually it's so necessary when you brush evenly for the base. And just dip into the powder and let it stay for a second. Especially for the white powder, actually you need to let your finger completely down when you're doing this kind of the designs. And as you can see, for our fast giant dipping powder, the white powder won't be easily to get dirty by the other dark colors, because for our powder it could be dry by itself. So here's the reason you need to choose this color kit, because it's super easy to make the smile line and the white light as you like. But today we're using the half and half. It's not the smile line, but you can follow our last tutorial that you could to follow them to make the daylight French now. So after the second time of the base, we need to dip into the powder again. And just dip into another colors and tap off. Using a brush to help to brush off. Do not need to worry, because later we are going to do the filing by the machine. But actually if you follow our tutorial step by step, you won't have many difficult problems and won't have the bumpy problems. So we turn to this finger. We need to brush well for the base to your entire nail for every time. And just dip into the white powder. And take out. And using a brush to brush off the excess. So if you are the nail beginner just using the dip powder, you just follow our tutorial step by step. But if you are professional already, you could see how perfect of our powder is. It's smooth enough and with full pigment. So normally we suggest 2 times is enough. 2 coats is enough for the colors. And after 2 times of the powders, we need to take out the sticker and we prepare. And actually you could using the painting gel to paint any kind of the designs based on this white powder. But actually today we select the sticker, because for the sticker it's more easier for you and it's more environmental that you could use it well. And actually we chose the self-adhesive sticker today. And we select some stickers suitable for the Christmas. And as I mentioned, for the white powder, it's super cool for the best choice for you to make the winter nails and for the Snow White Christmas nails designs. So we select the Christmas tree, and because for the white powder you could using the more colorful sticker to stick on to let the design looks more outstanding and fabulous. So we select 2 kind of the sticker. And actually you could use the scissors or any things to help to trim it off the excess. Because it's self-adhesive, you could use your fingers or the tweezers to help to press it. And actually for our powder, because it's dry already by itself, so you do not need to worry the surface whether sticky or not. It won't easily let your another finger get dirty because the powder could be dry by itself. So after the sticker, we need to brush 1 layer of the base too, because we need to use the clear powder to protect it. And actually for this G641, you have 1 clear powder too. For that clear powder, it's the same fast drying dipping powder. So just dip it and leave it alone. Wait around 30 seconds that you could do the filing. So if you mix last part, we are going to do it again. And actually today's design is super simple, but actually it's really good for you to follow all this tutorial to create the designs you like, because you could change the color you want. So now we're going to apply the base evenly to your entire nail every time, and just to dip into the white powder with 45-degree angle. And brush off. So every time brush off the excess powder is kind of the necessary part. So for the next, we're going to apply the base to your entire nail again. And dip into the white powder again. Just 2 times of the white powder. And now you could use a different kind of the sticker, or you could use a painting gel to paint the beauty nails you want. Actually, you could use any different kind of the painting gels or any the tweezers or to help to press it. And actually, you could use the chunky glitter or any sequins to help to decorate the nails on. But today we select the simple one, the sticker. So after 2 times of the sticker, the 2 pieces of the sticker red, and then we need to apply again for the base. And need to dip into the clear powder. And actually clear powder, you could use it to protect your nail designs. And tap off. And brush off. So we turn to this little finger. For the little finger, we chose the solid purple one. And for that color, the number is called 1A, 01A, 18. And it is same from our this G641 powder case too. And for this color, we're going to do this 2 solid layer. As you can see, for this color, it's just like the lavender. It's not lavender, right? Just kind of the purple. And just to brush off the excess. So because today we select the simple one, so we're using a sticker to stick it on. So after the sticker, we are going to apply again for the base. And dip into the clear powder. Just very thin layer for that clear powder to protect your design. So return to this finger. We're going to do it again. So actually, I think the nail client maybe have the question for the nails, because we using the fake nails to show you how to make the designs. So actually, do not need to worry if you're doing on your own natural nails. If they short, so we could use the colors for 2 times. So 2 times for the color is the necessary part. If you want more thick or want your nails looks more strong color, that you could do again for the 3rd times. But normally we suggest 2 coats is enough. It's not too thin or not too thick. And turn to the top finger, we're going to use the white powder again. So brush the base. Actually, you can see that for our base, it's super easy to control. Actually, just like the gel polish, it's so easy to brush it evenly. And when you dip into the powders, you could avoid the surface to get bumpy or uneven. So actually some important points to avoid the powder get bumpy, the powder surface, the nail surface. So first, you need to stir well for your powder. When you get the powder kit, you need to shape the powder and stir well the powder by the nail stick or the toothstick or any kind of the stick that you could use. You need to stir well the powder first. And during the nail art, you need to brush evenly the base and then to dip into the powders with 45-degree angle and just dip into the powders slightly so you won't have any bumpy or uneven problem. So when you apply the base, you need to apply evenly and keep your brush flat that you won't have this kind of the problem. So after the powders, we need to use the base or any brush to help to brush off the excess powder because you do not want the surface get any uneven place. So back to the tutorial, we need to apply the base to the entire nail for a second time. And just dip into the powder. Let it stay for a second and take out. You will see for after 2 times of the powder, you will see the color already solid. So the next of the designs is super easy, and we're going to do the solid colors with 2 times of the powder. We just want to give you more inspiration to make the designs. So today we select the white color and with the purple colors to make the designs. So if you buy this kit for the G641, you will get the white powder, clear powder, and 2 French paint color, and 2 solid colors, including 1 solid pink and 1 solid purple. So you could get this kit with various choices to make the designs. If you do not have this kit, actually you could buy this kit as soon as possible. But you already have, just follow our tutorials to make the beautiful designs. So actually for recently, it's super easy and super popular for the chunky glitter. We have one kit, the chunky glitter too. You could use that chunky glitter to do the designs you like. But today we are just using this 2 solid color to make the designs with the sticker. So back to the tutorial, every time brush off the excess powder is so necessary. And when you apply the base, you need to brush near the cuticle parts, but do not let the base to get on your cuticle skin. Okay. We're going to do it again for the base, but here we're going to use the tricks to choose the sticker. And we are going to use the base to brush it a little bit. And going to dip into the clear powder. So here's the 2 ways you could stick with the nail sticker first, or you use the base with the sticker and then to dip into the clear powder. It's the same way to let the clear powder to protect your design. So now after 30 seconds, we are going to do the filing by the nail machine. Because for our powder nails cover with 1 layer of the clear powder, so that you could do the filing directly. So as I mentioned, for our clear powder, you could use it as the first layer of the basic powder of your first layer when you're doing your own nails. And actually, you could use it as the cover powder to protect your design. So when you buy those kits, you will get this useful of the clear powder. So actually now we're going to do the filing by the nail machine. If you do not have, you could use any nail file to do the filing. But we would like to suggest you to using the nail file. It will let your nail surface more smooth and evenly. And actually you will find under the camera, if you follow our tutorial step by step, you won't have the bumpy problem easily. And especially when you're doing the French nail or the color block, the lines between two colors, you need to use the nail file or the nail machine to find its surface more smooth. Especially the line between two colors. But actually for our powder, it's smooth enough. You won't have that problems too. So after the filing, we need to take out this nail file. For this nail file, you could get it from our dip powder accessories kit. Actually, for this nail files, when you buy from the dip powder accessories kit, you have all this kind of the nail tools, the salon quality nail tools. If you join into our Facebook group, that's where you could get more free gift for you. But just focus on our GHDip by enter the Amazon.com by searching GHDip to get more information. So now we need to doing the shaping. Every time the filing shaping and later spuffing is kind of the necessary part when you're doing your own nails and want it gets more perfect. So when you're doing the shaping, you need to using your fingers to help to hold your nails. Especially for the fake nails, you need to use the two fingers to hold your fake nails to avoid it coming off. So actually you will find we didn't using any activator until this step. So you do not need to use any activator to dry the powder, because for our powder could be dry by itself. So when you're doing the shaping, you need to take care of the cuticle skin, because you do not want to scratch your cuticle skin. So when you're doing the filing or the shaping or the buffing, do not just to do that place over time. And today's model wearing the almond shape of the nails. So we take out the nail buffer. So we're going to do the buffing by the nail buffer directly for the nails. And every time from the nail bed first, the nail play the middle part and turn to the cuticle part. So when you're doing the buffing, you need to take care when you need to use two fingers to hold your cuticle skin to avoid it get scratched. And every time you need to do the buffing to grind the nail surface more smooth but with rough surface. And actually later we will get more glossy surface after doing the buffing. When you choose the nail buffer, you need to choose the suitable sizes of the buffer. And actually, for this nail buffer, we chose the more useful one. And actually, you could select the 100 grit and 180 grit nail buffer. It's more soft for your nails. We don't suggest to choose the less grit of the nail buffer, because for this kind of the nail buffer, the grit size is more large, the number is more large, and the surface will be more smooth. If the number is smaller than like the 100, its bigger size is more rough than the 180. So we suggest 100 size and another size the 180. So you have two choices to make the nails. So when you're doing the buffings, you need to take care for the surface. And actually, we already covered with one layer of the clear powder. You do not need to worry. The designs will be easy to come off, because we're already using the clear powder to protect it. And as you can see, for this solid white, the French white powder, the snow white, and actually super popular colors for you to make the designs for the daily. Today's designs is the 3D one with the purple colors and one white powder. So now you see why we using one layer of the clear powder, because when you're doing the buffing, the sticker will get destroyed by the buffing or the nail file. But actually, if you cover one layer of the clear powder, you can avoid that to get scratched the nail surface. As you can see, for this two color, it's so obvious for the white and the purple one, because for our powder is the best choices to make the French nail and the color block. And actually, you could use it to make the ombre too. So after the buffing, we need to using the brush to help to clean the nail surface, to brush off the excess dust. But actually, if you're at home, you could wash your hand. So after that, we like to using the lengthy wipe to wipe off the nail surface, the excess dust. So after that, we need to prepare the activator and the top. So now we are going to clean the table first. And we need to take out the number 2, the activator. So here's the activator. You do not need to use the activator for many times. Just use it for one time during the all nail art. So we need to brush a little bit layer, the very thin layer. So now we're going to take out the sticker. Using the tweezers to help to cut off the excess, we cut the suitable sizes of the sticker to make it. So now we're going to using to brush one layer of the top. We're going to brush one layer of the top too. So after 2 times of the top, you get more shiny surface. When the surface gets matte, the surface gets half dry but still sticky, that you need to apply the second layer on. And for this finger, for the 2 colors, we're going to using one sticker too, to cover the lights between 2 colors. So every time when you, after doing the 2 colors of the designs like that, it's best choice to using the sticker or to using the gems to cover the lights. It will let your nails look more 3D. So we're going to apply it again for the top. So we need to apply the top 2 times of the nails. And for every layer, it's just like the base or every second layer of the dip glue. You need to brush evenly because we want the nail surface more smooth. So when they have dry but still sticky, we are going to apply the top again. So here's the decoration. It's just like the candy we're doing on, because this kind of the sticker is done kind of the 3D. So every time when you brush evenly on the nail surface, you will see it. For this kind of design, it's super easy to make. So we're going to turn to this finger. So first, before the top, you need to use one layer of the activator. For our powder, it won't need the activator to dry, but you need to use the activator to dry the top coat and let the top get shiny. So here's one layer of the activator. Do not overusing the activator. Just very thin layer from the middle left to the right. Because for the activator is kind of the volatile liquid, you need to keep kept tightly closed. So we take out the number 3, the top. And you need to brush the top evenly from the middle left to the right. And when it half dry but still sticky, we're going to apply the second layer on. And for this finger, we need to use the sticker to cover the line between two colors. And using the tweezers to help you a little bit, and just press it. And every time when you brush the top, you need to keep your brush flat and brush evenly. And it turns out shiny and super shiny on the top. This finger is same. We need to brush the one layer of the top and turn to the next finger. But if you just do one finger, you need to wait around seconds and then to do the second time. And brush evenly. For our top, it's double shiny and very fast to dry. So after that, we need to pick the decoration, the decors of the fingers. And for this one, it's kind of the 3D, just like the gems, like the things, just to put the, just like the candy, the small candles to put it on. So after that, we need to apply the second layer of these fingers too. This French white, the snow white powders. So here's the designs today. We're going to show you for these designs. For the G641, this French powder kit. And today's designs is the Snow White Christmas designs. Actually, you'll find it's super easy to make for these designs. And actually, if you have more suggestion for us, you could contact with us. And here's today's design. It's super easy to make. And actually, if you have more interest or question for us or any suggestion, just contact with our after sales service team. So here's today's design. Thanks for watching. Bye. See you next time.